Hey everybody, Tony Schmaltz here. It is Saturday, just before 5 p.m. here this weekend. Wanted to talk to you a little bit about morning routines. Morning routines, or daily routines for that matter, can make all the difference in the world of having a good day versus having a bad day, week, month, year. It's getting into some of those things that will help keep us positive throughout the day and moving forward that make a huge difference in our everyday lives. So if you haven't read it or listened to it yet, I highly recommend picking up the book Miracle Morning by Hal Elrod. I listened to the Audible on my way to my retreat in Austin, Texas a couple weeks ago, and it just listening to the story blew my mind. And I started incorporating his techniques literally that next day, that first day of the retreat. And so I'm going to go through those items with you today because they're huge. Well, they can be huge. I can't say they're huge. They're huge to me. They've made a big difference. And I'll explain to you what my routine consists of, and you can tell me if this will work good for you. So there's an acronym that Hal uses in his book that defines his morning routine, and it is called SAVERS. And SAVERS stands for silence/meditation, A for affirmations, V for visualizations, E for exercise, R for reading, and S for scribing/journaling. Now, he admitted in the book he couldn't find anything else. He couldn't find a good use of the S, or he couldn't find something that worked with the word SAVERS and use the word writing, so he used the word scribe. It means the same thing. So my morning routine, and he talks about it in the book. I mean, I've done almost the same as what he defines, except my order is a little different. So what he talks about in the book, and I've adopted pretty much the same thing. First thing in the morning, I get up. First thing I do is drink a large glass of water. You know, you need to hydrate yourself early on in the morning because that'll help your body start to regenerate and start off on the right foot, so to speak, for your day. Right after that, I brush my teeth, splash some water on my face, maybe on my head, wake myself up, and then move on to the next items. So I get right into daily meditation. I do that first. I think it's very important for me to get into my right mindset before I start doing anything else. And so I have some audios I listen to. I've got a couple of Brian Finale meditations that I listen to. I found some stuff on YouTube. I've got some other hypnosis stuff that I listen to in the morning. But no matter what, I do anywhere from 15 to 30 minutes each morning meditation. And you're like, holy crap, Tony, I don't have time for that. But I'll get into the time restraints a little bit later, but that's just what I do. And I get up extra early to make sure that I do these things. So after the meditation, I get right into my reading. I try to read for at least 15 minutes every morning. It doesn't always happen, but I do make sure I read. So, I mean, I'd rather read a page to 3 pages versus no pages every day, but I do try to get through a chapter or more each morning of whatever book I'm into. So that's the reading part of it. And again, you've heard his acronym SAVERS. I'm not in order right now. I'm not in any way, shape, or form in the order of SAVERS. As long as you do these things each morning, it's more important that you do them, not the order that they're done in. So after my reading, I get right into my scribing, my writing. And I have a journal that I write in every day. I write in it at least every morning, if not every morning and every night. And in the morning to start my day, I write in that journal just to talk about, if I didn't write the night before, then I'll write about the things that happened yesterday, the things I accomplished. Did I meet my daily goals? Did I finish the checklist that I had set for myself the day before? And I write about what I'm going to do that day. And it's not like you're writing a book. You're not writing a letter. I mean, you don't have to use good grammar. I mean, I am scribbling this stuff out. I mean, I go back and barely can read it sometimes, but I do go back and look at it. And so it's important you get that out. The things that are in your mind, put them down, because if you don't, you're going to forget them. You're going to forget them. So the scribing, the writing, it's very, very important. So that's what I do next. I do the writing, I do the scribing. Now the next 3 of them I actually kind of combine. And This is a technique that I picked up from Brian Finale at my retreat, our retreat, our mastermind retreat a couple weeks ago. And I get out and I exercise. And whether I'm doing stuff in the living room to like a P90X video, or if I'm taking a run down the road, I have adopted the habit of, while I'm running, snapping, giving myself affirmations and putting myself into the vision at the same time. And it's about anchoring positive emotions to yourself versus negative emotions. So I'll be like, I'll snap and I'll be like, I am good on video. I am wealthy. I am successful. I am, and I will be giving myself affirmations and visualizing myself into my vision at the same time as I'm doing exercise. So I'm knocking out 3 birds with 1 stone, and I'm accomplishing everything that's talked about in the Miracle Morning. And it's really powerful stuff. I mean, I've started, especially those anchors. I mean, I do different methods to anchor positive emotions in myself daily. And many people have seen the change just since that weekend, just since I listened to this book. They're like, man, since you got back from Austin, you like new level of positive, Tony. Well, I always try to stay positive, but life gets to you sometimes. But since I started adopting this morning routine and doing these things each and every morning, it is just leaps and bounds better, and you feel the difference. I mean, I was a little under the weather this last week, had a cold for a couple days, and even though I got up and did some of the savers, I didn't do them all, and it made all the difference in the world. And not just because I wasn't feeling good, but just mentally it wasn't there for those couple of days. I didn't get as much accomplished as I wanted to, even though towards the end of the day I was feeling a little better. It just wasn't happening. My mind wasn't in it. So savers, Miracle Morning. Check out Miracle Morning, Hal Elrod, great book. That's part of my daily routine, daily checklist. If you want to know more about the daily checklist that I use, I have another checklist that I stick to every day, my daily method of operations. If you want to get a copy of that and a free video to show you how to use it, send it below, reach out to me directly, and I'll talk to you guys next time. Have a great weekend.